I hope that you are well and also hope that you are having a good day so far. Today we'll be doing our grade 5, actually grade 5 to 8, but specifically grade 5 English lesson on, we're doing it on synonyms. And before we start, we're going to log into aplusstudents.ca. And once we've logged on to aplusstudents.ca with our username as well as our password, and then we're going to select the subject of Language Arts, grade 5. Once we have selected grade 5, we're going to scroll down up until we get to our chapter of synonyms. And we are going to be doing synonyms today, and we're going to choose the synonyms as well as find synonyms within context, right? So our chapter is synonyms. The subject is English, which is language arts. Grade 5. And the lessons that we are focusing on is to choose the synonyms as well as to find synonyms within context. And we are doing our lesson, our tutorial lesson on aplusstudents.ca. That is where we'll be doing our tutorial lesson as well as our test on aplusstudents.ca. All right. So basically synonyms, right? So synonyms are words with the same meaning, right? So it's either words with the same meaning or it's words with almost the same meaning. So you can either say it's words with the same meaning or almost the same meaning to another word. So it's like basically two different words, but the meanings are either the same or it is similar, right? And that is basically what a synonym is. For example, dad and father, right? Dad and father, it basically has the same meaning, right? Because the role of the dad, the role of the father is the same. It's just that, actively people are not really doing that role, but that is the role. The role of the father is to, you are the head of the house, you are biologically my dad, my father, right? Sometimes can be the one who are the maker, not even the maker in the sense of, not the maker in the sense of the creator or God. We're not talking about that, but like he's your dad, right? So some people call him your dad, some people call him father, right? There's different meanings, or let's say there's different words to call your dad dad. It's like dad, daddy, father, right? So basically, dad and father, the meaning is the same, right? Because the role that they play, it basically needs to be the same. The same with mom also. Mom or mother, the meaning is the same, right? The role of the mom, the role of the mother is the same. One who gave birth to you, the one who cares for you, Sometimes it's not even someone who gave birth to you. The same with the dad or father. It doesn't have to be biologically, right? But it's somebody who takes the role as a caregiver, as your caregiver, as the one who loves you, right? Protects you and takes care of you. Mom, dad, mother, father. So mother and mom, it's basically the same because we either call our parents either mom or mother. And with dad and father, we either call our parent like our dad either dad or father. So dad and father, they basically have the same meaning or almost the same meaning as well as mom and mother. Then also a like we said, a synonym is a word with similar meaning to another word. Another example is fast or speedy, right? Basically, both of them, it's to do with the pace in which something goes, right? Something is either fast or it's speedy, right? So that is, we can either say the meaning is the same or we can even say the meaning is similar, right? Fast or speedy. But like we say, both has similar, it's basically similar in meaning because it has, it, it's basically to do with the pace in which something or someone is either moving. Can't say running because then it only means that the person is running in a fast or speedy manner. But that is why we're saying in it's basically in the manner in which something or someone moves, right? Because you can either move in the form of running, in the form of having a car, or so on. All right, so now if we look at the sentences here, right, it says Christine usually carries a canvas sack to the grocery store. If she forgets it, she uses a paper bag from the store. So now we are going to have to use, we're going to have to identify basically or choose the two synonyms that are basically either same in meaning or almost the same in meaning or similar in meaning, right? So let's first choose, let me do this. Let me move this down. All right. So here's three different examples, right? Or let's say activities that we can do together. It says Christine usually carries a canvas sack to the grocery store. If she forgets it, she uses a paper bag from the store. So we need to now choose the two words from these two sentences that basically either has the same meaning or almost the same meaning or a similar meaning, right? We'll basically do the first sentence together, right? Or the first one together. It says, Christina usually carries a canvas sack, right? So a canvas sack to the grocery store. A lot of people, they usually take their own bags to the grocery store to carry their groceries in, right? But if she forgets it, she uses a paper bag from the store, right? So if she forgets her canvas sack, she uses a paper bag from the store, which means that the purpose of a canvas sack and a paper bag is the same because you need to put in groceries. It can hold items. Let's rather say it can, you put in items within that bag. You can carry items from it or with it, right? So it's either, so the two words that are similar in meaning or the same meaning or almost the same meaning is canvas sack and paper bag. So that is our synonyms, right? Canvas sack and paper bag. Both of them have the purpose to, in this case, to carry the groceries, right? Or to carry items either from the store, right? So we put the certain things in this bag, which is either groceries, which is clothes or whatever, some things that we basically buy at the store. So our synonyms are canvas sack, and paper bag. All right, now let's look at the next one. It says, if we leave immediately, we'll make it to the movie theater on time. I hate missing the previews, so let's go now. What are the two words that are synonyms within this sentence or sentences? So, what are the two words? If we leave immediately, we'll make it to the movie theater on time. All right, so if we select the two, right, we can say if we leave immediately, we'll make it to the movie theater on time. I hate missing the previews, so let's go now. So now and immediately is basically words that are similar in meaning. So it's like if we leave immediately, it's like saying if we leave now, right? So immediately and now. All right. The next one says, when we need a speedy meal, we go to the noodle shop on the corner. The service is always friendly and most importantly, quick. And if we select the synonyms within that sentence or sentences, right, with similar meaning or same meaning, and then we can say it is if we need a speedy meal, right? We go to the noodle shop on the corner. The service is always friendly and most importantly, quick, which means that if you need a speedy meal or something quick, it is the same or almost the same or similar in meaning, right? So that is basically synonyms. It's synonyms are words with the same meaning or almost the same meaning, or we can say it's just similar meaning to another word. All right, before we go on to that one, let's go to aplusstudents.ca. We are now going to aplusstudents.ca, and under the chapter of synonyms, the first lesson that we're going to focus on is to choose the synonym. And we said synonyms are words with the same meaning or almost the same meaning. And we made an example of dad and father, speedy, quick, immediately, now, right? And which is a word that is similar to tail. It's like like a tail. And we're not talking about a tail of an animal, right? So the word that is similar in meaning is the word describe, or is it story? Which one is the same as the word tail within, let's say, the English context? So tail. Is tail the same as describe, or is tail the same as story? And if we select the correct word that is similar to tale, right? Like a folk's tale within English, then it is a story, right? And both of these, which is a tale as well as a story, it is basically made up events, right? It is made up events. So story and tale are our synonyms. And both of them are made up events. So they have the same meaning. So now we need to find the word that is the same as skinny. We need to find the word that's the same as skinny. Is it thin or is it stout? Thin or stout? The word that is similar or the same as skinny. So the same as skinny. And the word that is the same as skinny between thin and stout, we can choose, the word that we can choose is thin. So you can either say someone is thin or someone is skinny. And both of these two words, which is thin and skinny, right? Both these words, thin and skinny, right? It means slender, right? Right? So it basically means slender. Skinny, slender, thin, slender. So not stout, right? So the similar words are skinny and thin, which means that the person or thing is slender. What is the synonym of coat? Coat, right? This coat. Is it fashion or is it jacket? A coat, a word that is similar to the word coat. Does a coat mean fashion or does it mean jacket? And if we choose the correct word, that's the same meaning as a coat, then we can say the same meaning is a jacket. So jacket and coat has the same meaning. right? Jacket and coat has the same meaning, and it's basically the same. Yeah, so jacket is the correct mean. Jacket is correct. And it basically has the same meaning as to it's something that keeps you warm. So it's an item of clothing that keeps us warm. So jacket is correct. All right, now let's go on to our test, right? Where we are going to choose the synonyms. Which is a word that is a synonym of incorrect? Incorrect. Is it to solve or is it wrong? If something is incorrect, is it solve or is it wrong? So if something is incorrect, what is the same as incorrect? Is it to solve or is it wrong? Incorrect. And if we choose the word that is the same as incorrect, then we will choose the word wrong. So which means that this is, if something is not correct, it is wrong. Incorrect, wrong. And which word is a synonym of declare? If you declare something, do you hush? Or if you declare something, do you announce? Do you either announce or do you hush when you declare something? This is grade 5. I really don't know how to change the settings to make it less blur. All right, so if we choose a word that is similar to declare, right? So if you declare something, then it means that you are announcing something. So announce is correct. So well done. Announce. And announce is correct. Which word is the same as thin? Are you skinny or are you plump? Skinny or plump is the same as thin. So the word that is the synonym of thin, either skinny or plump. And a word that is similar to thin is skinny. Yes, so it's skinny, thin, slender, right? So well done. Skinny is correct. Which word is similar or the same or the synonym of far? So if something is very far, does it mean it's approach or is it distant? Far, is it approach or distant? So far, if something is far, does it mean it is approach or it is distant or it's in the distant? And if something is very far, we can say it is distant or distance or in the distance or, yeah, distant. So well done. Distant is correct. So distant is correct. Which word is a synonym of disturb? Someone is disturbing you. Are they bothering you? Or is it a pleasure? Disturb, is it to bother? Or is it pleasure? And if somebody disturbs you, so the word that is the same as disturb is to bother, right? Because if somebody's disturbing you, they're bothering you, right? It is not a pleasure to be disturbed. So it is bother. So bother is correct. Well done. All right. And which word is the synonym of quit? If you quit, does it mean that you stop or does it mean that you, which one is the correct word? To stop or to proceed? This is now when you are quitting. If you quit, do you stop or do you proceed? And if we quit, whether you quit something, you quit your studies, you quit an activity that you're doing, you quit a sports that you're busy with, certain lessons that you're taking, it means that you're stopping, right? Whatever that you are doing. You quit, you give up, you stop, right? Okay, sometimes quit doesn't mean you give up, it just means that you stop for some time. So stop is correct. All right. So we said that a synonym is words that are similar in meaning or it's the same in meaning, right, to another word. So we have been choosing the different synonyms, right, that are basically the same in meaning to another word. Now we're going to find synonyms within the context, right, which means we are going to find a word that means the same as another. It says, we need to find the bouquet immediately. The bride is ready to walk down the aisle now. So, what is a word that is similar to the word immediately? So, we need to find the bouquet immediately. The bride is ready to walk the aisle now. So, if we look at the second sentence, what is the word that means the same as immediately? And if we find a word that means the same as immediately, then it means now, right? Which means that we need to find the bouquet immediately. It's like saying we need to find the bouquet in like now, because the bride is ready to walk down the aisle now, or ready to walk down the aisle immediately. So these are the two words that are similar in meaning. Now is immediately, or immediately is now. When we need a speedy meal, we go to the noodle shop on the corner. The service is always friendly and, most importantly, quick. And if we find the word that is similar to the meaning of speedy, it is quick. Because if you want something quick, want something speedy, you can go to the noodle shop. All right, now let's go to our test, where we're going to be finding synonyms within context. The new bookkeeper, wrote down the incorrect figures. Now the accounting balance sheet is wrong. What is a word that is similar to meaning to incorrect? Is it wrong or is it accurate? So if figures are incorrect, does it mean that the figures are wrong, or does it mean that the figures are is accurate? Sorry, it's wrong or accurate. Something that is incorrect. So the new bookkeeper wrote down the incorrect figures. Now the accounting balance sheet is wrong. Is wrong our synonym, or accurate the synonym to incorrect? And if we identify the word that is similar to incorrect, then yes, it is wrong. Because if something is not correct, it is wrong. If it's incorrect, it's wrong. Right? Well done. Wrong is correct. If we leave immediately, we'll make it to the movie on time. I hate missing the previews, so let's go now. We need to find the word that is the same as immediately. Is immediately now, or is immediately later? Immediately, is it now or later? And if we choose the word that is similar to immediately, then we can choose now, because immediately means now. If we leave immediately, if we leave now. Later is the opposite, right, of that word. So now is correct. So well done. Now is correct. My younger sister is quite tall and skinny. So skinny. We need to find the word that is the same as skinny. She can't wear many bracelets. Most are too large for her thin wrists. So skinny, the word that is similar to skinny, is it thin or overweight? Thin or overweight? And the word that is similar to skinny, right, is thin. Overweight is the opposite of skinny, right? But the word similar or the same as skinny is thin. So well done. thin is correct. Well done, guys. Mr. Smith is always looking for a good bargain. Last summer, he got a great deal on some marked down golf clubs. So, bargain. Is bargain a good deal or a good price? So, is bargain a deal or is bargain a price? So, Mr. Smith is always looking for a good bargain. Last summer, he got a great deal on some marked down golf clubs. So, it's a deal or price. That is similar to bargain. And the same as bargain, we can say it is a great deal that he got, right? So same as bargain is a deal. Hugo needs a new winter coat this year. The sleeves on his old jacket are too short. So coat, we need to find the word that is the synonym of coat. Is it jacket or shirt? Jacket or shirt? Something to keep you warm. Is it your jacket or your shirt? So Hugo needs a new winter coat this year. The sleeves on his old jacket are too short. And the word that is that's similar to coat is a jacket, right? It is something to keep you warm. All right. Now, if we let's do examples or activities together before we end our lesson. Okay, we need to also find the two words that means the same as the other, all right? So it says the size, let me make it a bit bigger. Okay, I hope that's big enough. It says the size of the hot air balloon decreased and diminished as air was let out of it. So we need to identify two words within the sentence that means the same to one another, or that's a synonym to another. The size of the hot air balloon decreased and diminished as air was let out of it. So the two words that are similar. Basically, the word that's similar to decreased. So another word that is similar to decrease. Something decreased. Then we can say it also diminished when air was let out of it. So decreased and diminished are two of the words that are similar in meaning, right? Because the air balloon, the size decreased or the size diminished as the air was let out of this hot air balloon. The awful sound was unbearable and it woke me up. So the awful sound was unbearable and it woke me up. What are the two words that are similar in meaning within the sentence? And if we identify the two sound, not the two sounds, the words that are similar in meaning, right? Then awful is also the same as unbearable, right? Something is awful, it wakes you up. Something is unbearable, it wakes you up. The roses flourished and thrived more than any other plant in Mrs. Lyon's garden. So the roses flourished and thrived more than any other plant in Mrs. Lyon's garden. And if we identify the synonyms, words similar in meaning, words the same in meaning, to basically to one another, then we can say the roses they flourished, the roses they thrived. So flourish and thrived are words that are similar in meaning. And it can be hazardous to play near a downed power line because electric currents are dangerous. And if something is hazardous, if something is hazardous, then something is dangerous, right? Something is hazardous, it is dangerous, which means that it's hazardous to play near a power line and it's dangerous to play near a power line. And Chris was modest about winning his national award because he is humble. What is another word? Actually, what is another word similar to modest? I think that's at least one that you can do. Modest. What is another word that's modest? If somebody's modest, then what are they? So basically, if somebody is modest, right? Modest people are humble people. So modest people are humble people. And these were examples, not even examples, these are activities of where we had to identify synonyms, words that are same in meaning or similar in meaning. Decreased, diminished, awful, unbearable, flourished, thrived, hazardous, dangerous, modest, or humble. All right, so this is now the end of our lesson on synonyms, right? And we said synonyms are words with the same in meaning, or it's words with that's almost the same in meaning, or it is a word with a similar meaning to another word, right? So you'll have a word, but then you'll have like two different or three different words that are different. So the words are written different or spelled differently, but the meaning are either the same or it is similar, right? And we had to choose our synonyms, and we also had to find synonyms within context, right? Where we had to identify two of the same synonyms, right? That or words that means the same to one another. So this is now the end of our lesson, grade 5s on synonyms. Thank you very much for joining our class today. Thank you very much for being interactive. I really hope that you have more of a broader understanding about what synonyms are and how to find synonyms in context. You should have a good weekend further. Goodbye.